back to another video. I'm Charlie, and today we're going to be doing a 2018 office tour. So this is my office right now at the moment. It's basically the boiler room in my house. This is a part of the basement which keeps going over there. But so we're going to be doing a tour. So starting off over here, we have the ping pong table that nobody ever uses. Over here I have this Dell computer that I'm trying to fix. But if I'm not able to do it, I'm gonna probably smash it in an upcoming video called Mac versus PC. It's a Mac Mini versus this because they come from the same time period, and I wanted to see which one is better in not performance but in durability. It's the Dell Optilex 380 along with this Philips monitor that I use for everything that I'm not going to be smashing anytime soon, along with some super glue on the cover. So yeah, that's a project that I'm doing. This over here is my ThinkPad. So I did a video on it, but I can't find the charger because I wanted to mess around a bit with Windows XP. But it does work. It just has it's just the hard drive makes a weird noise, and the battery life is pretty bad. I'm not even sure the battery works at all, but I can't seem to find my charger. But if you do have a charger that may work for this, then donate it to my website. If you're wondering what the charger looks like this. And so yeah. Alright, so that's the ping pong table. We also have this old mirror up here. We also have two mattresses leaning against it. And yeah, here is where all the cool stuff is. This is my very large Toshiba TV that I sometimes use for videos, but the speakers don't work on it, so I'm gonna see if I can try and fix that. But this thing is huge, everyone. This is like one of those big TVs that people are always getting rid of, but I decided not to get rid of it because it's good for making videos. This is my Aoiwa stereo system. It's got a CD3 system, 2 cassette drives, and a radio. So it's also over here is a map. This is a gaming laptop under here, under all this stuff. This is a gaming laptop that I'm trying to fix. I've had it for a really long time. Someone donated it to me as broken. It was working at first. It just didn't have a hard drive, but then the screen stopped working. So I'm trying to fix that too. I also have this VR headset where you can put your phone in it and you can get like a special app that works for it, and then some DVDs and floppy disks over there. Coming over here, we have my tripod that I use for every single one of my videos except for this one. And this is my Mac Classic that I did a game review on it pretty recently. And this is my desk where I do everything. And these two boxes are filled with broken electronics from past videos of stuff that I've smashed. For example, what we have here is that Dell I destroyed. The 17 ways to break a PC laptop video. And in this other box, it's full of parts from the 100 video special where we smashed the clock and that outlet thing, and and that 13 more ways to break a Chromebook. This is really cool. This is my logo collection. It's a collection of logos of all the things that I've smashed over the years. For example, the Canon logo from that scanner, Chrome logos from past Chromebooks, ThinkPad logos from past ThinkPads, and these the Virgin Mobile bezel and logo from that indestructible phone that I destroyed in a video. So I have been cleaning up over here, and it looks a lot more organized, but also a lot more stuffed of things. So over here we have my 2006 iMac G5 Intel with the complete with the wireless keyboard but wired mouse. I'm trying to find a wireless mouse that looks like that for this computer, but they're quite rare. So yeah, over here we have my sort of working iMac G4. So it does work, it's just I don't have a hard drive for it, which is why I haven't done a video on it yet. I did do a cleaning and restoration video and unboxing video of this when I received it. And above here there's a poster to go with it. And then over here we have my fully functional iMac G3. This is the 1999 version in berry blue, not the Bondi blue or 1998 version. I know my stuff. This is the newer model when they were selling the iMacs in different colors. It's a it's tray loading with complete with the original keyboard and mouse that it came with. And then over here we have my Macintosh SE. This is also fully functional. The only problem it has is this floppy disk drive does not work. So I don't use it that much for videos because if I were going to, then I'd have to do disk swapping constantly because this is the model with the two 800K floppy drives. But in my case, it's one 800K floppy drive. Under here we have this shelf full of cables and chargers and stuff. And up here we have this Brother word processor accompanied with the monitor to go with it. And it looks really nice on my shelf, so I'm going to keep it up here. And then we also have these Solio speakers made by Sony, I believe, that were donated by Ollie's parents to me. Originally, they wanted me to smash them, but I thought they looked nice on my shelf, so I decided to keep them. Under here we have a bunch of boxes for a bunch of different things. So first of all, we have the Emerson 5-inch black and white portable TV in its box. As you can see here, I did a video teardown and unboxing of it. Over here we have the Pac-Man arcade machine that I featured in my Pac-Man game reviews video. It sits in. I keep the box for everything I buy because the boxes of things look nice. And if I were to sell my things in the future, they'd be more valuable with the original boxes. Here we have a Mac OS X Tiger box complete with the software. Over here we have a Sim Mania pack, includes 6 complete games. These are all the sim games that you could get on CD-ROM for the Macintosh. So we have Sim City, Sim Tower, my personal favorite game, Sim Isle, Sim Safari, Streets of Sim City, and Sim Copter. The only 3 games I've actually tried using was Sim City, Sim Tower, and the Streets of Sim City. Sim City was having some problems with the color because of the color settings on my monitor, and the Streets of Sim City had these problems that I couldn't figure out. But Sim Tower works perfectly. So if you are going to get one of these sim games, I recommend Sim Tower. It's fun and it works. Over here we have a box for a Google Pixel 2. This belongs to my dad. I hate the Pixel, but the box looks nice here. And then my iPhone 7 Plus box. This is the red version. Down here we have a whole bunch of speakers. So we got these. So first up, we got these speakers that are unbranded. These go with my record player that I'll show you in a minute. These are Revox speakers. These are really great quality Swiss speakers that used to be the greatest. And yeah, they work perfectly and they're very nice. Here we have these Aiwa speakers that go with my stereo, but they look nice here. I was thinking about putting my stereo down here, but there wasn't any space for all the speakers and the stereo, so it sits on my TV for now. But I'm thinking about doing something with that in the future. Over here, I have my old record player. This is a Lenso L75. This was made in Switzerland. It's a very nice record player. Works. The only problems is that it's 240 volts, not 110, so it won't work in America, in the United States. And the needle is broken, unfortunately. Otherwise, it works perfect. It should work perfectly. Moving on to the rest of this shelf, we have 3 Mac Minis that I got from a dumpster at my friend's school. And I'm not sure if any of these work because I don't have the right monitor cable, which is this, and I also don't have the right power cable, which is this. So I believe the top 2 might work, but the bottom might not work because when I got this one from the dumpster, it was all wet, but the other 2 were just completely dry. So I hope they do work. And if this one doesn't work, I'm going to use it for the Mac versus PC video that might come soon. Over here we have this box full of tools, and this is my actual toolbox. These tools I found in a dumpster at a school. There's a measuring tape thingy, more screwdrivers, and yeah, it was a really good find. There were also a bunch of keys for things, but I decided to keep them because keys are cool. And then over here we have the yo-yo charger for my iBook G3 clamshell. This is my iBook G3 clamshell, and this is my iBook G3 Snow. Back there is a scoreboard controller. What this is like when you go to when you go to like a football game and there's like this big scoreboard that like says the scores. Well, this is one of those. It's like a controller that controls a scoreboard. Found this in the same dumpster where I found the box of screwdrivers and keys and stuff. But yeah, I totally took it not even knowing what it was, because it was beige, and I took it apart, and it's a bit weird inside, but I might make a video on it, but it's not likely. And then we also have this joystick made by Mac Ali. I don't know how to pronounce that, but it originally went with my iMac G3, but this is like something that you could buy separately. It also goes with the iBook, so yeah, I decided to keep it. Over here we have the original box for my Mac Classic. Now when I bought my Mac Classic, I did not expect it to come in this box. The seller never said that it'd come in the original box, but I guess while he was like looking through some boxes in his attic to ship it in, he found this and he thought, hey, this is perfect, let's just do this. This box is just filled with old stuff that I'm going to show you in a bit. And then over here we have my iBook G4 in the original box. It works, it's just missing a key and the keyboard's a bit yellowed. Otherwise, it's perfectly fine. And it's in its box with all its stuff, so yeah, I like to keep it there. And the box looks really nice. And then finally, my last computer that I have right now is my Power Mac G4. I plan on collecting more of these, like the G3 model and more G4s in different colors. And even the original monitor that can go with this. So that's my office tour along with all my computers that I might do a whole separate video on. And now I'm going to show you what's inside the Mac Classic box. So let me just get my phone on my tripod. Perfect. So let's do this. So this is my Mac Classic box. The Mac Classic did come with the original foam inserts, but one of the pieces of foam was broken in half, and the Mac Classic never originally came with a keyboard and mouse. So if I were going to ship this again, I'd have to have more extra foam to be able to ship this. So yeah. So yeah, this is what's inside the box. I use this box for storage and just for looks. So starting off with this box, we have my Apple Watch Series 3 box that I just recently got for my birthday. We have this keyboard over here that goes for my Power Mac G4. And so I used to put this with my iMac G4, but I found a different keyboard at my grandparents' house that went better with it, even though it's a bit yellow. And then here's also the mouse that goes with it. It's like a dark blue mouse that's slightly transparent, so you can see some of the stuff inside of it, which I think is pretty cool. Let's see what else we got here. We got this old alarm clock that I used to use. It's really cool. It's got like these changing numbers. It's really awesome. And then I also have this wood grain alarm clock that's like a normal alarm clock made by Panasonic. This is the product red band for my Apple Watch. And this is an unopened box of floppy disks for my Macintosh for my Macintosh Classic. And here we have a relic. This is the iPhone 2G, the first ever iPhone ever made. Unfortunately, I haven't really figured out how to get the iTunes thingy away. At one point it was disabled for 8,256 minutes, which is a really long time. So I just left it in this box, and then when I decided to charge it up, it just told me to connect it to iTunes. Haven't done that in a while. I do have the stand for it. It's somewhere, but I don't know where. Another relic that's even more valuable is the first ever iPod. This is the actual first ever iPod. I lost a charger for it, but when I did have the charger, this is the first ever iPod. It's not the one with the color screen, it's the one with the monochrome screen. This is the legit first ever iPod ever made. And this thing is worth a lot of money. Same with the iPhone 2G. Over here I have some macOS 10 Snow Leopard discs, which are pretty cool. I have this old iPod Nano that I found. It says, "Happy Holidays, Emily, from Love, Mom, and Tom." I bought this at a auction. It's at an auction, so yeah. This is a this is like a floppy disk, a fake floppy disk that you'd put in the Macintosh SE if you were going to ship it, so that everything inside stays fine. This cable here is for the floppy disk that connects the Mac in the Mac SE, because I decided to remove this cable. So this cable links the floppy drive on the Mac SE and to the logic board. I decided to remove this because when you plug in the Mac, it makes this really annoying sound when it's turned on. So I decided to take this cable out. What else we got in here? We got a iPhone 8 box. This is the snow version. This is my mom's iPhone box. And then I think there's just a few other manuals and cables that nobody cares about. And then there's finally just another one of these mice. This one works. It just has a kind of short cable. So yeah, that concludes what's inside this box. And if you're wondering what's in the iBook G4 box, I've already done an unboxing and review of the iBook G4 on my channel. You can go check it out. Link in the description below. So that will do it for this box over here. So let's see what else we have. We have a few more boxes over there that I've already done unboxings of, except for the macOS box. I've done unboxings on all those boxes. So yeah, I should have done videos on them, so go check them out on my channel. There are a few and I don't think there's anything else left to show you. So yeah, I guess that will conclude this video for today. So thank you all so much for watching this video. Please leave a like and subscribe. Comment down below what you want me to do next. Also donate to my website, link in the description below. And as always, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.